Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to be breaking down The Wolf and the Seven Young Goats. And trust me, this isn't just a bedtime story, it's a straight-up masterclass in strategy, deception, and ultimately survival. All right, let's just jump right in. Everything, I mean, everything in this story really hinges on this one simple warning. The mother goat isn't just saying, be careful. She's literally setting up the security system for the house. So this warning, it really is the foundation for the whole defense system. Let's break down exactly what that looks like. So here's what's so crucial. The little goats aren't just told, hey, be afraid of the big bad wolf. No, they're given actual specific intelligence. They know exactly what to listen for and what to look for. It's basically a two-factor authentication system for their front door, right? Voice and visual confirmation. Okay, so the defenses are in place. But what's really fascinating here is how the wolf approaches this. He doesn't see these defenses as walls. He sees them as a puzzle, a checklist of problems he just needs to solve, one by one. So, the first challenge is the voice test. The wolf comes up, knocks on the door, speaks, and his deep, rough voice immediately fails the security check. Boom, access denied. The system works. The goats hear that threat signature, and they're not letting him in. But, and this is where it gets interesting, the wolf doesn't just give up. That first failure forces him to make a really smart, strategic pivot. He goes out, gets some chalk, eats it, and completely changes his voice to sound sweet and gentle. This is textbook social engineering, right? He's mimicking a safe signal to get past that first layer of their defense. So he comes back, tries again, and this time the voice is perfect. It passes the test. The goats are this close to opening the door. But wait, the youngest one, the really sharp one, remembers there's a second step, the visual confirmation. And sure enough, they look down and see his big black paws under the door. The second security feature holds. So the wolf is foiled again. But he just adapts. He goes to a baker, then a miller, and basically strong-arms them into covering his paws with white flour. He's now engineered a perfect disguise to beat both security checks. You can just see his process here, right? It's so methodical. It's like a hacker trying to get past a firewall. First attempt fails, so he learns. Second attempt fails, he learns again. He keeps probing, adopting, and engineering a workaround until finally he cracks the code. The entire defense system is compromised, and the door swings open. And so, the wolf's brilliant deception works, but it leads to an absolutely devastating outcome. And it's just absolute chaos. The moment he's inside, the little goats scatter in pure terror. I mean, look at these hiding places. They're just diving anywhere they think they might be safe. It is just total panic. And the wolf, he's just ruthless. He finds and swallows 6 of them. And that detail, that they were swallowed whole, it sounds incredibly brutal, I know, but you have to remember that. It is the absolute key to how this whole thing ends. But one of them makes it. The youngest one, who hid inside the grandfather clock. He's the only survivor. The only one left to tell their mother what happened. So the mother goat comes home to the scene of destruction. In her grief, it hardens, almost instantly, into a cold, calculated, and, frankly, unthinkable plan for rescue. She finds the wolf passed out in a meadow, completely full from his meal. But as she gets closer, she sees something unbelievable. There's movement inside his stomach. Something is still struggling. And in that moment, out of all that horror, a tiny sliver of hope appears. And what happens next is just incredible. This is no longer just a fairy tale. It's a high-stakes field surgery. She gets scissors, a needle, and thread, and performs this unbelievably daring and delicate operation right there in the meadow. The rescue is a complete success. The kids are safe. But the mother's plan isn't over yet. Now comes the final phase, justice. So the wolf wakes up. He's not hurt, but he feels weird. He's incredibly heavy, and he's so thirsty. He has no idea that his stomach is now full of stones. The trap has been set, and he's carrying it inside him. Naturally, he stumbles over to a well to get a drink, and as he leans over the edge, that immense weight of the stones inside him does the rest. It pulls him forward, he loses his balance, and that's it. He falls in and drowns. It's such a simple, brutal, and kind of a poetic end. So, when you really break it down, is this just a simple story for kids or something more? It's really this complex narrative about intelligence, about adapting to threats, and about what happens when your security fails. And maybe most of all, it's a pretty stark reminder that sometimes the most brilliant, cold-blooded counterattack comes from a place of pure desperation and delivers the most unforgiving kind of justice.